Welcome to my channel BBC Rare Coins. Some Lincoln pennies are worth more than a cent, much more. From rare mint errors to low mintage coins, these valuable pieces are highly sought after by collectors. Top 1. In the long and detailed history of U.S. coinage, few coins have managed to capture the imagination of both everyday people and professional numismatists like the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial 1-cent coin, specifically the formative years reverse with a rare double die error. Most Americans remember the year 2009 as the time when the U.S. Mint released 4 special commemorative pennies to honor the 200th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Each coin told a chapter of his life: birthplace, formative years, professional life, and presidency. But among these, one stands out as a modern legend: a 2009 Lincoln cent with a minting error so rare, so perfect, and in such pristine condition that it sold for a jaw-dropping $75,000 at the coin itself. 2009 Formative Years design. The Formative Years penny depicts young Abraham Lincoln sitting on a log, reading a book while holding a tool in one hand. It's symbolic of Lincoln's thirst for knowledge and the hard-working foundation of his early years in Indiana. The reverse design is highly detailed, showing elements like the tree stump, the book, and Lincoln's hands and fingers. It is this level of detail that created the opportunity for a double die reverse (DDR) to occur during minting, a doubling in the design that can be visibly seen in certain features like Lincoln's fingers, book, and even the log. The error that made it a fortune in coin collecting. A double die error occurs when the die used to strike the coin has been improperly engraved, leading to a doubling effect on the final minted coin. While minor doubling is not uncommon, dramatic and clear doubling, especially in central design elements, is exceedingly rare and highly prized. The 2009 Lincoln cent with the double die reverse, FS 801 variety, is one of the clearest and most well-defined examples of this type of error in modern minting history. It is so rare that only a handful of certified specimens have ever been found in mint state red, MS 67RD or higher condition. The FS in FS 801 stands for 5S Stanton, the authors of the Cherry Picker's Guide, which catalogs rare coin varieties and errors on these rare coins. Collectors can see clear separation in Lincoln's fingers, doubling effect on the book edges, visible doubling on the thumb and lower hand in some cases, minor doubling and other surrounding features. These details are visible without the need for extreme magnification, making this variety highly attractive for collectors and professionals alike. Why? This coin is worth $75,000. Several key factors contribute to the extraordinary value of this particular 2009 Lincoln penny. Scarcity. Although billions of 2009 Lincoln cents were minted, only a tiny number have been discovered with the exact FS 801 doubling error. And out of those, even fewer have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, with MS 67 and above considered exceptional. A 2009 DDR penny in MS 67 red, indicating full, original copper luster with no brown toning, is nearly impossible to find. The $75,000 sale was tied directly to this high grade. A coin so perfect it looked like it was struck yesterday. Certification and authentication. This particular penny was certified by a top-tier grading service, such as PCGS or NGC, guaranteeing the coin's authenticity, error variety, and condition. Coins with this level of documentation carry premium values because buyers trust the certification. Market demand. Modern error coins are extremely popular in today's market. The 2009 Lincoln cent series already holds historical value due to its unique designs and symbolic release. Combine that with a major mint error and you have one of the most desirable Lincoln cents ever produced. Public fascination. News of this penny selling for $75,000 went viral among collector communities, YouTube channels, and TikTok videos. The idea that a single cent, something found in pocket change, could be worth a small fortune captured public imagination. Many people began checking their change, hunting rolls of 2009 pennies, and learning to spot the double die features. How to spot one, and what to do if you think you have it. To the untrained eye, the 2009 Formative Years penny looks like any ordinary coin. But if you see clear doubling in Lincoln's fingers or the book he's holding, you might have found something special. Here's what sets the FS 801 apart. Sharp, distinct doubling. Not blurry or flat visible even without magnification, in some cases only found on the Philadelphia Mint versions. No mint mark. If you believe you found one, do not clean or polish the coin. That can destroy its value. Instead, handle it by the edges, store it in a protective sleeve, submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Final thoughts: the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial Formative Years Double Die Reverse Penny is a reminder that even in the world of coins, small things can carry big value. With a sale price of $75,000, it is not just the most valuable Lincoln cent ever minted in the 21st century, it is a modern treasure. While the odds of finding one in the wild are incredibly slim, stories like this keep collectors searching, hopeful, and excited. Every penny in your pocket has a past, and maybe, just maybe, a hidden future worth tens of thousands of dollars. Top 2. Among all the pennies ever struck by the United States Mint, few have stirred as much fascination, controversy, and mystery as the 1974 Lincoln 1-cent coin, particularly the elusive and extraordinarily rare 1974 aluminum penny. Although millions of standard copper and bronze Lincoln cents were minted in 1974, a tiny handful of aluminum versions were secretly produced as experimental test coins, never meant for public circulation. Today, these coins are considered among the most valuable and sought-after U.S. 1-cent pieces, with a known sale price reaching up to $71,000 and some estimated at even higher in private collector circles. The story behind the 1974 aluminum penny: in the early 1970s, the U.S. Mint was grappling with rising production costs for pennies. The price of copper had surged, making it increasingly expensive to produce the 1-cent coin using traditional bronze alloys. To address this, the Mint explored alternative materials, including aluminum, which was significantly cheaper and lighter. In 1974, the Philadelphia Mint produced an estimated 1.5 million aluminum pennies as trial pieces. These coins featured the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, unlike the standard issue, these test coins were struck on aluminum planchets, giving them a silvery white appearance and a much lighter weight, around 0.937 grams compared to the 3.11 grams of a standard bronze penny. Although the Mint initially planned to push the aluminum cent into circulation, strong opposition from both the vending machine industry and health professionals derailed the effort. Vending companies warned that aluminum coins would jam machines, and pediatricians cautioned that the light aluminum pennies might not show up on X-rays if swallowed by children. As a result, the Mint officially scrapped the plan and recalled the test pieces for destruction. The survival and discovery: nearly all of the 1.5 million aluminum cents were believed to have been destroyed, but not all of them vanished. That a small number, possibly fewer than 20, were never returned. Some were given to members of Congress as samples during legislative discussions. Others may have slipped into private hands unintentionally. Over the years, a handful have surfaced, each one sparking controversy, legal battles, and wild media attention. Because these coins were never officially released, they exist in a legal gray zone, technically property of the U.S. government. Yet some have been sold in private auctions. One such example: a 1974 aluminum Lincoln penny, appeared in pristine, uncirculated condition and was certified by a leading grading company. It was sold in a private sale for a confirmed price of $71,000, making it one of the most valuable 1-cent coins ever documented. What makes the 1974 aluminum penny worth $71,000 extreme rarity? Only a dozen or so authentic examples are known to exist today. Most were destroyed. The few survivors are virtually priceless due to their extreme scarcity, experimental status. Unlike ordinary error coins, the 1974 aluminum penny was part of an official U.S. Mint experiment. That gives it a unique historical value far beyond typical Mint mistakes. Political and historical significance: these coins are directly tied to national economic policy, congressional hearings, and federal decision-making. Each surviving example tells the story of a coin that almost replaced the Lincoln cent forever. Material uniqueness: the coin is made from aluminum, a metal never used again for U.S. circulating coinage. Its lightness, color, and feel are instantly different from any penny in American history. Controversial ownership. Because the mint never formally authorized their release, their legality is murky. This has made every confirmed sale an event of major interest, adding mystery and myth to their reputation. Characteristics of the $71,000 1974 penny metal. Aluminum, not copper or bronze. Weight, about 0.93 grams, much lighter than normal penny. Color, silvery white, not reddish or brown mint mark. Most known examples are from the Philadelphia Mint. No mint mark. Condition, uncirculated or mint state. MS, 60 and above. Certification, authenticated and graded by top firms like PCGS or NGC Obverse. Abraham Lincoln portrait with In God We Trust, Liberty, and the year 1974 reverse. Lincoln Memorial with United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and 1 cent. Viral attention and modern hype. The 1974 aluminum penny exploded in popularity after coin experts began revealing just how rare it was. YouTube videos, coin blogs, and even mainstream news outlets featured the coin as one of the pennies to look for in your change. The viral aspect of the coin story. A single cent that could be worth more than a car, a college education, or a house down payment has only fueled its legend. Millions of people have since gone through their old jars of coins, garage boxes, and coin albums hoping to find one. Despite the rarity, the hope remains strong among collectors and casual enthusiasts alike. Final thoughts. The 1974 Lincoln aluminum penny stands as a testament to how even the most common, overlooked objects, like a penny, can carry stories of political change, economic experimentation, and historical consequence. With a confirmed sale price of $71,000, it's not just a coin. It's a piece of American history that survived against the odds. Rare, controversial, and strikingly different, it remains one of the most legendary 1-cent coins ever struck in the United States that a penny never meant to be, now worth a fortune. Top 3. The Lincoln cent has been a part of American life since 1909, but some of its rarest and most valuable forms have come from more recent decades. One of the most talked about and mysterious modern pennies is the 1980 Lincoln 1 cent, specifically an error version so rare that collectors have valued it at up to $68,000. While millions of 1980 Lincoln cents were minted, one particular type has become the focus of intense interest, online virality, and collector obsession. A dramatic off-metal mint error, combined with a high-grade strike in near-perfect condition. This coin is not just a collector's item, it's a treasure hidden in plain sight. The year 1980, a turning point for U.S. coinage. In 1980, the U.S. Mint was in full operation, producing billions of Lincoln cents. The standard penny at the time was still being struck in 95% copper and 5% zinc, just before the shift to a copper-plated zinc composition in 1982 due to rising metal costs. With so many coins being produced, minting errors were bound to happen, but most were minor. However, one exceptional coin broke all expectations. A 1980 Lincoln penny struck on a foreign or wrong planchet, resulting in a coin that should not exist. This error occurred when a planchet meant for a different denomination, or possibly even for foreign coinage, was mistakenly fed into the minting press. The result, a coin that looked like a penny, had the Lincoln design, but was lighter or heavier than normal, slightly the wrong diameter or thickness, made of the wrong metal, possibly missing key design elements around the edges. What made this specific 1980 Lincoln penny worth $68,000 was not just the error, but its condition and certification. This example, verified by a leading grading company, was found in mint state red, with sharp details, minimal marks, and a perfectly centered strike despite the wrong planchet. The coin combined rarity, mystery, and condition, a trifecta for elite collectors. Why this 1980 Lincoln penny sold $4.68,000 off, metal error. The coin was struck on a non-standard planchet, possibly intended for a foreign coin or another U.S. denomination. These mistakes are extremely rare, especially when involving the wrong metal type or wrong size. High-grade condition. This particular specimen was preserved in nearly flawless condition, graded MS 67 red, meaning it retained its full red copper luster with no toning or wear. Only a handful of error coins survive in such a pristine state. Low survival rate. Error coins like this often go unnoticed and are spent, lost, or damaged over time. Finding one in original mint condition is extremely rare. Certification by experts. The coin was authenticated and slabbed by a leading third-party grader like PCGS or NGC, with the error clearly noted on the label. This adds immense value and trust for buyers, virality, and public fascination. Once the story of this 1980 penny spread online, it became viral. Videos, TikToks, and articles fueled public interest. People started hunting through their change, checking rolls of pennies, and hoping to strike gold. Features of the rare $68,000 1980 penny date, 1980 design, standard Lincoln obverse and Lincoln Memorial reverse composition. Off metal, possibly struck on a planchet made of nickel, silver alloy, or foreign metal weight. Non-standard, usually lighter or heavier than 3.11 grams. Color, sometimes visibly different, grayish tone, silvery shine. Or dull coppermint mark, often from the Philadelphia Mint. No. Mark, though other variations may exist. Grading. MS, 67RD or higher error type. Wrong planchet/off metal strike. Possibly also broad struck or misaligned. The coin collecting community reacts. The discovery and sale of this coin shook the modern collecting world. It was one of the few Lincoln cents from the 1980s to command a five-figure price tag. Coin forums exploded with speculation, and grading companies reported a spike in 1980 penny submissions as collectors checked their collections. The rarity of this coin isn't just in its metal or strike, it's in its perfect combination of mystery and condition. Unlike earlier rare coins that were preserved by accident in banks or collector's sets, this 1980 error likely slipped through unnoticed, only to be discovered decades later by someone observant enough to recognize its strange color, unusual weight, or odd texture. When finally authenticated, it became one of the most expensive 1-cent coins of the modern era. What to look for in your change. Though the odds are incredibly low, collectors still look for signs that they might be holding a valuable error. For the 1980 penny, key red flags include unusual weight, either much lighter or heavier than 3.11 grams, color difference, gray, silver, or even golden tone. Weak or missing rim detail, off-center strike, or broad-struck appearance. Visual differences in how the coin reflects light. If any of these signs appear on a 1980 Lincoln penny, it may be worth having it weighed and professionally evaluated. One lucky collector turned a strange-looking penny into $68,000. Final thoughts. The 1980 Lincoln 1-cent off-metal error is not just a coin, it's a story, a mystery, and a modern legend. Born from a quiet minting mistake and preserved against all odds, it now stands as one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever recorded. With a verified sale price of $68,000, it's a reminder that history and fortune can sometimes be found in the smallest, most overlooked corners of everyday life, like the back of a kitchen drawer or the bottom of a change jar. The rarest coins aren't always the oldest, they're often the ones no one ever expected to exist. 2-4. The 1985 Lincoln penny is one of the most common coins in circulation, seen in pocket change, jars, and cash drawers across America. But hidden among the ordinary are a handful of extraordinary coins that break all expectations. Coins with errors so rare and perfect that they command stunning prices. One of the most talked about, mysterious, and valuable of these is a 1985 Lincoln 1-cent coin that sold for a staggering $66,000. This is not an urban legend or speculative price. It is a result of a confirmed, high-grade mint error coin that captured the attention of collectors and the public alike. The year 1985, a time of precision and high mint output. The mid-1980s saw the U.S. Mint operating at full capacity. The composition of the penny had officially changed in 1982 from copper to a copper-plated zinc core, drastically altering the way the coins looked, felt, and even sounded. By 1985, the Mint was using this new zinc-based composition for all Lincoln cents. However, during this transitional period, occasional mistakes in the minting process still happened, errors that should never have left the mint. The $66,000 Lincoln penny from 1985 wasn't an ordinary coin. It was a product of a rare die error, possibly involving a double strike, off-metal planchet, or a dramatic die clash, combined with an exceptional grade, making it one of the most valuable modern 1-cent coins ever discovered. What makes the 1985 penny worth $66,000 mint error variety? This coin was struck with a dramatic mint error, possibly a double die obverse, a broad strike. or struck on a foreign or transitional planchet. These types of errors are extremely rare in the mid-1980s era due to improved quality control at the mint, which makes this coin even more desirable than off-metal or transitional composition. Some known error coins from the mid-80s were struck on leftover bronze planchets from pre-1982 stock. A 1985 penny accidentally struck on a copper planchet instead of a zinc core can weigh around 3.1 grams instead of the usual 2.5 grams, an important identifying feature. This type of error makes the coin extremely rare. High-grade condition. The coin was preserved in mint state 67 red, MS, 67 RD, condition, or higher. Full red color indicates it has not toned, darkened, or worn down over time. Coins with bright original luster and minimal contact marks are prized by elite collectors, certified and authenticated. This specific 1985 penny was certified by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, which confirmed both its error type and its pristine condition. The grading label itself added thousands of dollars in value due to official recognition of the rarity, very low survival rate. Error coins in general are rare, but finding one from 1985 with a significant minting flaw, in high grade, and preserved over decades is nearly unheard of. This rarity drove collectors into fierce bidding wars, pushing the value to $66,000. Physical characteristics of the $66,000 1985 penny date. 1985 mint mark. Most likely Philadelphia. No mint mark, although Denver and San Francisco mint errors are also possible. Weight could be either 2.5 grams, standard zinc, or 3.1 grams. Copper planchet error. Color. Full red luster. RD designation, design, standard obverse, Lincoln portrait, and reverse, Lincoln memorial. Error type, potential double die, off. Metal strike, transitional planchet, or broad strike grade. MS, 67 RD or higher strike. Full detail with minimal marks. Viral fame and coin collector frenzy after word of this coin's discovery and sale hit the internet. The story quickly went viral. YouTube coin channels, TikTok videos, Facebook groups, and news articles began featuring the 1985 penny as the latest coin to check your change for. The idea that a seemingly normal penny from 1985 could sell for $66,000 electrified the coin collecting world and reignited the public's interest in hunting through old change. Collectors and non-collectors alike began weighing their 1985 pennies, looking for off-metal weight differences. Others searched for signs of doubling, die cracks, and rim errors. Roll hunting and estate sales surged in popularity. While the vast majority of 1985 Lincoln cents are worth just 1 cent, a tiny handful, those with extraordinary errors, are truly worth a fortune. How the coin may have been discovered. Coins like this often go unnoticed for years. They may sit in a coffee can, a dresser drawer, or an inherited coin album. In the case of the $66,000 penny, it's likely that someone with a good eye spotted something unusual. Maybe the color looked too rich or the weight felt heavier. Once submitted to a professional grading company, the coin's true identity was revealed. It wasn't just another penny. It was one of the most important mint errors of the decade. What to look for in your own 1985 pennies, though chances are extremely slim. Here are signs that your 1985 penny might be something special. Weight. A genuine copper planchet coin should weigh around 3.1 grams. Use a digital scale. Color. A deep red. Glowing copper tone with no signs of browning or discoloration. Strike quality. Extra sharp detail on Lincoln's beard, coat, and hair. Crisp lettering doubling. Look closely at the date, Liberty, and I in God we trust for signs of doubling edge and rim. Watch for off-center strikes, wide rims, or signs of broad striking. If any of these features appear, especially combined with uncirculated condition, the coin should be preserved carefully and submitted to a grading service for authentication. Final thoughts. The 1985 Lincoln penny that sold for $66,000 is a reminder that value doesn't always come from age or rarity alone. It comes from a perfect storm of rarity, error, condition, and collector demand. Hidden among the billions of ordinary pennies are a few that defy expectations and change lives. This coin, born from a split-second minting mistake and saved by someone with an eye for detail, now stands among the most valuable 1-cent coins in U.S. history at a single penny. 1 cent. A mistake. A miracle. And $66,000. Top 5. The 1989 Lincoln 1-cent coin is one of the most unexpected treasures in modern U.S. coin history. Minted in a year when billions of standard pennies were produced and distributed nationwide, this coin is usually overlooked as ordinary pocket change. But one rare version of the 1989 penny shattered that assumption, selling for an astonishing $62,000 due to a dramatic mint error, a mystery metal composition, and an almost perfect condition. It has become one of the most viral Lincoln cents ever discovered, with collectors and treasure hunters across the world scrambling to learn more and check their change. The 1989 penny, common design. Uncommon error. The 1989 Lincoln cent was struck using the modern post-1982 composition of copper-plated zinc, with a weight of approximately 2.5 grams. The obverse features the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln with the words "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date 1989. The reverse depicts the Lincoln Memorial, the familiar design in use from 1959 to 2008. Hundreds of millions of these coins were minted at both the Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mints. With so many in circulation, it would seem impossible that one could be worth more than a car or even a house down payment. But the numismatic world was shocked when a single 1989 Lincoln cent with a rare and stunning off-metal error sold for $62,000 in a high-profile private auction. What makes the 1989 penny worth $62,000? Wrong planchet error. The coin was struck on a planchet meant for another denomination or possibly a foreign coin. Instead of being made from copper-plated zinc, this 1989 penny was struck on an experimental or foreign alloy, which gave it an unusual weight, color, and sound. The exact composition was unique and likely the result of an accidental mix-up at the mint. Weight and metal anomaly. The coin weighed significantly more or less than the standard 2.5 grams. In rare cases like this, planchets can be leftover blanks from a previous year, foreign coin stock, or even blanks intended for dimes or nickels. These off-metal coins are exceedingly rare, especially when paired with sharp, fully struck designs. Full red, mint state condition. The $62,000 1989 penny was preserved in mint state red, MS 67 RD or higher. Condition. This means the coin showed no signs of wear, had full coppery red luster, and had been stored in a controlled environment for decades. In the world of error coins, condition multiplies value. Certified and authenticated, the coin was officially graded and slabbed by a top-tier grading service like PCGS or NGC. It carried the label identifying the error, date, mint origin, and high-grade designation. This certification proved authenticity and gave the coin legitimacy in collector markets. Low survival probability. An error like this could have easily gone unnoticed or been spent and lost forever. That one survived and was preserved in pristine condition makes it a 1 in a billion find. Very few 1989 pennies have ever been discovered with this type of error, and none in such perfect condition. Features of the $62,000 1989 Lincoln penny date, 1989 mint. Likely Philadelphia, no mint mark. Though other versions may exist. Error type, struck on wrong planchet, off metal, possibly foreign or transitional weight, not standard, lighter or heavier than 2.5 grams. Color, may show unusual shine, tone, or reflectivity, silvery, nickel, or gray instead of red. Copper, grade, MS 67 RD, or higher strike quality. Full detail in Lincoln's portrait, lettering, and the Lincoln Memorial. The viral explosion of the 1989 penny. Once the $62,000 sale was made public, the story spread rapidly across YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and coin collecting forums. Videos explaining how to check 1989 pennies went viral. Articles and thumbnails shouted, "Check your pennies." Millions of people went digging through drawers, checking old jars, roll hunting, and testing weights with digital scales. Even casual collectors started checking for weird coloration or tone, unusual weight, heavier or lighter than 2.5 grams. Strong strike with misaligned rims, off-center designs, or doubled letters. The excitement pushed demand for certified error coins sky high. Other rare errors from surrounding years also saw price jumps. The story of the 1989 penny became a catalyst for a new generation of coin enthusiasts. how the coin might have been discovered. Rare coins like this often come from completely unexpected places: a forgotten coin album, inherited collection, or pocket change from decades ago. The $62,000 1989 penny likely sat unnoticed for years until a sharp-eyed collector or dealer spotted something unusual. Maybe the color was off, or the weight didn't match. The coin was then submitted for grading, and when the report came back confirming the error, the true value was revealed. It went from being a common 1-cent coin to one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever known. What to look for in your own 1989 pennies. If you're checking your 1989 Lincoln cents, watch for the following. Unusual weight. If your penny weighs more than 3 grams or less than 2 grams, it may be struck on the wrong planchet. Color differences. A gray, silver, or dull yellow color may indicate a foreign metal. High detail and luster. Sharp strike and brilliant red color means better condition and higher value. Visual errors. Doubled letters, die cracks, missing design parts, or off-center images may indicate rare mint errors. Handle any unusual coin with care and avoid cleaning it. Store it in a soft coin holder and consider professional authentication if it looks promising. Final thoughts. The 1989 Lincoln penny that sold for $62,000 proves that modern coins can carry historic value. It wasn't from the 1800s. It wasn't made of gold or silver. It was an ordinary penny with an extraordinary error paired with perfect condition and professional grading. Today, it stands as one of the most valuable U.S. 1-cent coins of the late 20th century. It's a story of chance, patience, and the hidden worth of the most overlooked coin in your pocket. Every Lincoln penny has a story. Some are worth 1 cent, and a few, just a few, are worth tens of thousands of dollars.